If your erections aren't as strong as they used to be, if you wake up tired, low on energy, if you've been pulling away from intimacy, not because you want to, but because your body just isn't responding, then listen closely. This might not be about aging at all. In fact, the problem could be much simpler and far more fixable. It may come down to just 3 key vitamins your body is silently begging for. I'm Dr. Mohit Kara, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping men over 60 reclaim their energy, confidence, and vitality. Here's what many doctors won't tell you. Most older men still have the desire, they're just missing the tools. What they're really lacking is healthy blood flow, stamina, and proper hormonal support. And in most cases, the solution doesn't come from a pill bottle at the pharmacy. It starts in your kitchen. Today I'm going to show you the 3 essential vitamins every man over 60 should be taking, and how they can help restore natural erections, boost testosterone, and reignite your energy. And stay with me, because in just a moment, I'll also share one dangerous mistake many men make when taking these vitamins, and how to avoid it starting tonight. But first, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a vital tip designed just for men over 60. And if what I'm saying resonates with you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0, and let me know how I can make this even more helpful. Now let's dive in. The first and most overlooked key to restoring blood flow and natural erections is something your body used to make effortlessly, especially when you spent time in the sun. But as you age, your levels drop sharply. And so does your circulation, energy, and performance. I'm talking about vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin. But for you, it might just be the spark that gets your strength and confidence back. 1. Vitamin D, the circulation spark plug. I'll never forget a 67-year-old patient named Paul. Smart, thoughtful, and frustrated. "Doc," he told me, "I still want to be close to my wife, but my body just won't cooperate." That quiet confession is one I've heard from countless men over the years. And time after time, the first step to getting the spark back isn't some miracle drug, it's vitamin D. Most people think of vitamin D as something kids need for bones, or something you get from a bit of sunshine. But in men over 60, it plays a much bigger role. It helps blood vessels relax and open, so oxygen-rich blood can flow where it's needed, including to the areas that define your masculinity. Without it, circulation slows, energy fades, and intimacy becomes harder than it needs to be. Over 40% of older adults are deficient in vitamin D, even men who eat well and exercise regularly. And when your vitamin D is low, your body produces less nitric oxide, a molecule critical for blood flow and sexual function. But it's not just about sex. Low vitamin D affects stamina, focus, and overall confidence. The fix? 15 to 20 minutes of morning sun, fatty fish like salmon or tuna, fortified dairy, and a high-quality vitamin D3 supplement. I've seen men who could barely make it around the block start feeling energized and reconnected with their partners. This isn't hype, it's biology. But even if your blood's flowing well, you still need energy to keep going. That's where the next vitamin comes in. If you feel tired for no reason, this might be the missing link. 2. Vitamin B12, the energy generator. One of my patients, Robert, 72, a retired firefighter and proud grandfather, came in looking exhausted. "Doc," he said, "I sleep 8 hours, I eat my meals, but I still feel like I'm dragging. My brain's foggy, my body's tired, and when I want to be close with my wife, I just don't have it in me." His story stuck with me because it's so common. And the fix? Often shockingly simple: vitamin B12. What Robert was describing was a textbook case of vitamin B12 deficiency, something I see far too often in men over 60. Vitamin B12 is essential for producing energy. Without it, your body can't properly convert the food you eat into fuel, no matter how clean your diet is or how long you sleep. Without enough B12, you're basically running on empty. But that's not all. B12 also helps form red blood cells, the very cells that carry oxygen to your muscles, your brain, and yes, your sexual organs. When your red blood cell count drops, so does your stamina, focus, and drive. You start to feel like a dimmed-down version of the man you used to be. Here's the real kicker. As you age, your ability to absorb B12 from food steadily declines. So even if you're eating meat, eggs, or dairy regularly, it might not be enough. That's why so many older men feel tired, foggy, or weak, even when all their basic labs look normal on paper. The fix, it's often simple. Increasing B12 through a quality supplement, or in some cases doctor-administered injections, can bring dramatic results. I've seen men go from nodding off after lunch to hiking, laughing, and feeling fully present again, all from correcting a deficiency they didn't even know they had. But energy isn't the full picture. Your body also needs protection, something that keeps your blood vessels strong, reduces inflammation, and supports the very hormones that define masculinity. That brings us to our third essential vitamin. It's often called the fertility vitamin, but its power goes far beyond reproduction. In fact, without it, your testosterone and circulation might already be in decline. 3. Vitamin E, the fertility defender. I remember speaking with James, a 70-year-old retired pilot. He was disciplined, healthy, and determined to stay active, but something felt off. "Doc," he said, "I eat clean, I exercise, I'm doing everything right. But I feel like I'm slipping. My drive's low, I'm not bouncing back like I used to, and honestly, I just don't feel like a man anymore." That hit hard, because James wasn't neglecting his health. He was missing something that most doctors don't even bring up: vitamin E. Vitamin E isn't just for skin or fertility. It's a powerhouse antioxidant that protects your blood vessels, your testosterone levels, and your reproductive system from the silent damage caused by oxidative stress and inflammation, two things that increase dramatically with age. And here's the thing: when your blood vessels are inflamed, blood can't flow like it should. When that happens, erections weaken, testosterone drops, and energy crashes. It doesn't happen all at once, but it does happen consistently. Vitamin E helps by keeping your blood vessels flexible and your circulation strong. And that's key, because erections aren't just about arousal, they're about blood flow, and when the blood can't get there, performance suffers. But there's more. Vitamin E also helps your body naturally produce testosterone, and after 60, that's more important than ever. Low testosterone doesn't just affect your love life, it affects your mood, motivation, and overall sense of purpose. The good news? Getting enough vitamin E is simple. You can find it in almonds, sunflower seeds, olive oil, and leafy greens like spinach and Swiss chard. Or, if needed, a high-quality natural supplement can help bridge the gap. I've seen men like James come back just a few months later with a light in their eyes again, sharper, stronger, and more connected to themselves and their partners. And now you might be wondering, what happens when you combine all three of these vitamins? Do they work better together? The answer is absolutely. 4. Why these three vitamins work better together. Years ago, I worked with a patient named Walter, 68 years old, a retired high school coach. He'd been taking vitamin D for a while, added B12 when his energy dipped, then introduced vitamin E after we discussed testosterone. But the real shift happened when he started taking all three, consistently and in the right amounts. I'll never forget him walking into my office one afternoon, grinning from ear to ear. "Doc," he said, "I don't know what you did, but I feel like I've got a new engine." That's the power of synergy. Each of these vitamins plays a role on its own. Vitamin D boosts circulation by increasing nitric oxide. Vitamin B12 improves red blood cell production, helping oxygen move through that improved circulation. Vitamin E protects your blood vessels and boosts testosterone, the fuel behind your drive and motivation. Alone, they're helpful. Together, they form what I call the vitality triangle: circulation, energy, hormonal support, all working in harmony. This matters especially as you age, because your body doesn't bounce back like it used to. Nutrient absorption declines, inflammation rises, recovery takes longer, and if even one piece is missing, the whole system starts to suffer. But when you bring these three together in balance, your body starts to remember how it used to feel. You wake up feeling clearer, more focused, more responsive, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And best of all, that quiet sense of confidence comes back, the kind you can't fake and no prescription can manufacture. Walter wasn't a one-off. I've seen this transformation in countless men who took these nutrients seriously and gave their body the support it had been missing. They tried everything, but missed this one simple fix. Most men never see real results from their health efforts, and it's not because they're lazy or unwilling. It's because they've been making a common mistake that quietly cancels out their progress. And if you're over 60, chances are you're doing it too. Let me explain. A while back, a man named Gerald walked into my office. He was 74, sharp-minded, thoughtful, and clearly doing his best to stay healthy. He placed a grocery bag on my desk and poured out a dozen supplement bottles. "Doc," he said, "I've been taking all of these for months. But I'm still tired, foggy, and nothing's improving. Especially down there." I could hear the frustration in his voice, and I've heard it from hundreds of men before. The number one mistake most men over 60 make. The truth is, simply taking supplements isn't enough. Most men don't realize that form, quality, and consistency make all the difference. They grab the cheapest brands online or from a discount store, assuming all vitamins are the same. They're not. Take vitamin B12, a critical nutrient for energy. Many brands use a synthetic form called cyanocobalamin, which older men struggle to absorb. What you really need is methylcobalamin, the active form your body can actually use. Same goes for vitamin D. D2 is cheaper but far less effective than D3. And with vitamin E, many synthetic versions lack the full spectrum your body needs to properly support testosterone, blood flow, and heart health. Then there's the issue of inconsistency. Skipping doses, forgetting for days, or taking them just once a week doesn't work. Your body needs a steady rhythm to rebuild energy, restore circulation, and rebalance hormones. It's not about trying harder, it's about doing it right. Once Gerald switched to high-quality bioavailable forms and took them daily, the changes came fast. Within a month, he told me, "I'm sleeping better, I have more energy, and I finally feel like a man again." Now, if you're wondering how to put this into action without overcomplicating your life, let me show you what's worked for hundreds of men I've coached. Your daily vitality routine, built for real life. When older men come to me, I often hear the same thing. "Doc, I don't need anything fancy. Just tell me what to do each day, something that works." I respect that. At this stage, you don't need trends or 10-step routines. You need clarity, a simple, proven rhythm that fits your real life. Let me introduce you to Frank, a 66-year-old retired carpenter. He came in feeling drained, disconnected, and unsure of what was happening to his body. We didn't flip his life upside down. We started small. Here's what we did. Morning. Frank began his day with a full glass of water and his B12 supplement taken alongside a protein-rich breakfast. After breakfast, he took a short walk, just 15 minutes in the sunlight. On cloudy days, he took a high-quality vitamin D3 supplement with his first meal. Lunch, he added a handful of almonds or sunflower seeds for vitamin E. Sometimes he'd drizzle olive oil over a salad of leafy greens like spinach or Swiss chard. That was it. No complicated stack of pills, no drastic lifestyle changes. Just a few intentional steps, done daily. Within weeks, Frank told me he had more energy for his grandkids, more desire to connect with his wife, and a quiet confidence he hadn't felt in years. He didn't feel like his younger self. He felt like his real self, stronger, more grounded, and fully present again. Before we go, I want you to hear this. If you've ever wondered if it's too late to feel strong, desired, and fully alive again, let me answer that clearly. It's not. Not even close. I'm not just speaking as a doctor. I'm speaking as someone who's spent over 30 years sitting across from men just like you. Men who've built lives, worked hard, and earned every line on their face. Men who are now asking, why doesn't my body feel like it used to? That question isn't weakness, it's strength. It means you're still fighting for energy, purpose, connection. And I deeply respect that. We've talked about 3 critical nutrients: vitamin D, the circulation booster that helps restore blood flow where it matters most; vitamin B12, the energy spark that fuels your brain, stamina, and drive; Vitamin E, the fertility defender that protects your heart and supports testosterone production. But knowing what to take isn't enough. You have to build it into your life, consistently, intentionally. That's where the real transformation begins. Because these aren't just nutrients, they're building blocks of your identity, your confidence, your presence, your ability to show up for the people you love and for yourself. I've seen men who thought their best years were long gone rediscover a second wind, stronger, calmer, more alive than they've felt in decades. So what happens now? That's up to you. You can take what you've heard and let it collect dust, or you can act on it. You can give your body what it's been quietly asking for. You can make that walk, take that supplement, reclaim your rhythm. Because the truth is, you are not done, you are not too old, and you are not alone. You've already taken the first step by watching this video. Now it's time to take the next. If this message helped you, please hit that like button so I know we're making an impact. Share it with a friend, a brother, or anyone who needs to hear this. And leave a comment below. Tell me what resonated with you, or what topic you'd like me to cover next. If you'd like to support this channel and help us reach more men over 60 with life-changing information, consider making a small donation. Every bit goes toward better research, production, and outreach. You're not just watching, you're becoming part of a movement. And I'm honored to have you here. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.